Hello there my old friends. Thanks once again for joining me on this video. Hope you're all keeping fit and healthy. The weather's all over the place at the moment. Done a good bit of work today out in the back garden. The grass was nearly 3 feet high in places. I just left it go for months. So I managed, you wouldn't believe what I done with a little small strimmer, a Bosch strimmer, and an €100 lawnmower. There's a little electric, both electric. I was afraid of the rain, but I kept going and I got it done. So that took a few hours of my day today. On last night's video, you would have broke even. There was 3 placed horses on the Heinz and 1 winner on the patent, and 1 horse was withdrawn into 710. The other horse in the patent went from 4 to 1 out to 14 to 1. That's not a good sign, but anyway, I think he's still running. They're still trying to find him. So you would have spent, if you'd done the Heinz, you would have spent €22.80. You would have got back €15.50. If you'd done a €2 patent on the 3 horses, you would have got back €22. So you would have been up 8. So you would have broke even on the 2 bets. Anyway, I mentioned the horse last night in my video about a name that I never copped until I came to the race doing the video. My boy Harry. I was telling you about my 10-year-old son. I backs all, any horse that runs with his name or the other kids' names, I back up. Anyway, the 640 yesterday, he finished 3rd at 25 to 1. I definitely would have had a 5 each way on him. Right, we'll get to the horse racing now for tomorrow. I went all over the shop. Before that, I'd like to give a big shout out. Thanks for all the lovely comments as well. The likes, the subs. Brilliant, love them. Very much appreciated. I want to give a shout out to Pop G Bin. Pop G Bin. He commented on last night's video and he gave a tip for the 710 yesterday evening, which was Wednesday. I'm doing this late now, it's 20 to 1. So he gave me a tip in the comments for a horse called Moonshine. And funny enough, he was in the same race as my horse was withdrawn out of. So I might have bet you if you're watching. Nice tip, Moonshine, 11 to 2. Always worth flicking through the comments, people, in the videos. You never know what you come across. Right, enough blah 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 now. We'll go to tomorrow. And I'm going to switch, like I said, I'm going to do a straight Heinz. 6 horses. And I'm going to do an each way patent. And then I'll give you a nap. A big nap. Whatever happened to today's nap? I think there's still, I don't know, he must have run into the stables or something because he wasn't in the race. The first race tomorrow in the Heinz is in the 220 in Newbury. I just said I flicked through all the cards because the first horse in the Heinz, the 220 in Newbury, is number 14. Now this lad could have 2 or 3 winners tomorrow. And knowing my luck, I'll pick the wrong one. Number 14, Soul Ambition. Kevin Schumark for Ed Walker. I believe that's the same combination of that tape Moonshine that won yesterday evening. But anyway, Soul Ambition in the 220 is 9-2. Right, then I stayed at Newbury for my second horse in the Heinz. And I went to the 440. And I picked out number 4. First time out for Willie Haggis. Tom Marquand. Manar. That's number 4 in the 440, Manar. Is the second horse. He's 3-1. Joint favourites of 3. The third horse in my Heinz, I went all the way to Worcester. Instead of throwing a bit of jump racing, I love the jump racing. I went the whole way to Worcester to the 540. And the cup of tea is empty. The 540, I went for number 5. Grand Claremont. Ryan Corcoran, 5 pound claimer. Riding for David Pipe. 2 mile 7 handicap chase. And number 5 in the 540 is 7-2. I can't wait till next week, lads. From this Saturday on, a full week, Saturday to Saturday, 8 days, we're going to bang out the winners. The fourth horse in my Heinz, I stayed at Worcester. The last race, the 853. Let me just double check now. That last horse I gave you. Sorry now. The 540. Number 5. Yeah. The fourth horse in the 853 at Worcester is number 4. Number 4, Harry Cobden for Faye Bramley. Come to Veldross or something like that. Now, Harry Cobden is a very, very dangerous jockey when he goes to a meeting for just one ride. So number 4 in the 853, I can't believe he's 5-1. He's 5-1. That's the 4th leg of the Heinz. The 5th leg of the Heinz, I jumped on my 150 and went the whole way to Yarmouth. Can't beat the old nifty 50 by. The 353 at Yarmouth is the 5th horse. And I went for number 5. Now he's a very strong favourite at 2-1. Walking on Clouds. That's what we'll be doing next week at Royal Ascot. Joey Heinz for C. Banham. I don't remember hearing of that trainer. But number 5, Walking on Clouds, is the 5th horse in my Heinz. We're only on 9 minutes. He's 2-1 favourite. 6 furlong handicap. See, I'm not going to let the soft ground get to me anymore, because the last couple of days, what I've noticed, I've been looking for horses that can handle soft ground, and they're coming nowhere. The fancied horses are still winning, so I'm not going to bother with that anymore. You look at Colin Keane today. at Limerick. He pulled off a triple at Limerick. Gavin Ryan pulled off a double. Now he might have a blast of winners tomorrow at Leopardstown. Colin Keane. I always said it's follow a jockey and trainer in form. But anyway, the fifth horse was at Yarmouth, number 5, 5-2. And the sixth leg of the Heinz, I jumped up in that 150 again. And I drove it all the way across the Irish Sea. And I went to Leopardstown. I went to Leopardstown in the 5:30, the first race. Dodgy races, nearly 3 giant favourites. I went for number 8. Just because it's only up the road from me, Cashel. Cashel Queen. Gavin Ryan for Donica O'Brien. Now I didn't really have a look how many horses Donica is bringing to Leopardstown tomorrow. He's first time out. First time out, 46 grand. Anyway, it's only a 7 furlong maiden, so Donica don't bring 2-year-olds up to Leopardstown for nothing. So that's number 8 in the 5:30 at Leopardstown. That's my Heinz for tomorrow. Straight Heinz, not each way, straight Heinz. Now, my each way patent. If you do €1 each way patent, it'll cost you €14. And you have 7 different bets. You have three cross doubles, 3 singles, and the Keom, is it? I should know that from doing it with years. That's why I said last night I love the old painting, because one winner you nearly get your money back. Anyway, Leopardstown, the first horse in my painting is the 6:30 at Leopardstown. And I went for number 2. Shoot to Kill. Shoot to Kill. Patrick McGettingham, £5 claimer for NC Kelly. String of seconds, then a third and a second last time out. 7 furlong soft handicap. Now number 3 might very well win that race, but I fancy number 2. Shoot to Kill, 12-1. So the second horse in my each way painting, I stayed at Leopardstown because the old 150 ran out of petrol. Petrol has gone very dear. So I stayed at Leopardstown. And I went to the 8 o'clock. These are obviously all handicaps. Paying 4 and 5 places in the painting. It's an each way painting, remember. The second horse in the painting is in the 8 o'clock at Leopardstown. And I went for number 14. She's Ideal. She is Ideal. Lee Roach riding for P. Flynn. Good form, but finished 8 6 days ago. 1 mile 1 fillies handicap. Soft ground again. Look, 'tis what it is. And number 14 is 16-1. Now, like I said, I couldn't get the bike started, so I stayed at Leopardstown for the third horse in my each way painting. And I went to the last race, 8:30 at Leopardstown. Now there's 2 horses caught my eye here. One of them is going into the each way painted and the other one is going to be my each way nap. Okay? I know you don't like backing two horses in the same race, but you look through my videos with the last 2 weeks and I'm after putting off a winner and a placed horse at least 5 times, 6 times. So the third horse in the painting, the each way painting, is in the 830 Leopardstown, number 11. Number 11, Nibra's Rainbow. And I believe it's the same combination as the previous horse in the 8 o'clock. Lee Roach for P. Flynn. 1 mile 1 handicap. 22 declared to run. Definitely 5 places. Like I said, it's more or less follow me during the week till the big racing comes up. And I kind of got back into a little bit of form today, thank God. So hopefully things will look up. But anyway, the third horse in the each way painting, number 11, he's 10 to 1. Right, that's my Heinz and my each way painting. And my nap, like I said earlier, is in the same race, the last race at Leopardstown, the 830. Just caught my eye. These kind of horses catch my eye. I went for number 13. And I like this in handicaps. I like 0, 0, 0, 0. 5th last time out, 16 days ago. Shamie Heffron riding for Jay Nash. Now I looked up Jay Nash and he had a good record at Leopardstown. Number 13 is Folk Warrior. F-O-L-K, Folk. Alright folks, you know that kind of folk. Folk Warrior. Number 13 is my each way nap. That's the 830 in Leopardstown. He's 18 to 1. Probably drift. Yeah, 18 to 1. So that's it, people. They're my picks now for tomorrow, Thursday. And as I said, from this Saturday till the following Saturday, it's going to be savage racing. 8 days non-stop. So that's my Heinz paintings and each way nap covered. And it's nice to, I'm starting to get, I think I thank you for the kind comments already. And I'm starting to get to know people a bit, you know, they're telling me their jobs and they're telling me this and that, and you know what I mean, that's like that person yesterday that commented and said he actually said he got a tip for that horse, Moonshine. And he won by 2 lengths, 6 to 1, 11 to 2. So fair play to you if you're listening. And keep them coming. Any of you fancy horses, throw them in the comments. Don't be afraid to. Right? So that's all I'll say for now. I'm after blowing the head off you for 19 minutes. So hopefully I'll do that walking video tomorrow and tell you that story. That true story. It's about a white nun, a spirit, a ghost that happened a long time ago. So I'll say good night and God bless for now. Take care. Thanks a million for tuning in all these videos. I know it's a lot of the same people are commenting, fair play to you. And I'm getting a lot of new subscribers. You all know by now, I do all this for nothing. I'm not monetized or anything like that. I just enjoy doing it. And hopefully one day, if I pick out a very, very strong Heinz or a Lucky 63, I'll actually tell you to do it. Now I don't mean being bossy by telling you to do it. I'll say, right lads, this is it. I'll say something like that. Because I'll be after picking out 6 savage fancies. So that's it for now. 21-minute video. The best of luck, and like always, gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford and never ever chase your money. Okay, I wish you all the best of luck and the best of health. And God bless, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow night. Might talk to you tomorrow if I make that video. Walking up the riverbank, like I keep saying. I'll get to it, I promise. Good night and God bless. Kenny from Tipperary, over and out.